Hi and welcome back to FindersBeepers History Seekers. So this is the catch-up for another one of the Irish videos. Now, I was supposed to do this one last week, but I've been so busy. Brand deals, trips away, all sorts. I'm just a little bit mental at the moment with stuff. However, it's so I can get you loads and loads and loads of videos out in December. And this is one of them. Morning. Hi and welcome back to FindersBeepers History Seekers. I've literally just woken up. That's where I've slept the night. And the thing is, I just parked here because it was the first place I came to. But then I've noticed this. And I thought, what is going on? How have I managed? I landed it. I didn't land. I'm not in a plane. I parked here at 4 o'clock this morning. Didn't really pay much attention. Just went straight to sleep. But now I'm really like, I can't work out what's going on. It's like 10 o'clock in the morning. I'm properly overlaid. But the problem is, and you're not going to want to know this, I need a bow. Now this one was a bit weird because I didn't even know about this place. It was just a total accident. I parked up at night. I actually did notice the buildings on the map the night before, which if you've watched the catch-up video, behind the scenes video, you will see I sort of turned up and I was like, shall I do it now? No, I'm tired. It's like 4 o'clock in the morning. So I ended up doing it in the morning. Now the problem was there was a massive problem, And that, that massive problem was, before I went exploring, I was desperate for a poo. There was nowhere near. There was a couple of houses nearby. I wasn't going to go and knock on doors. I did have a pack of baby wipes. But there was nowhere to go. Oh my God, why am I telling you this? There was nowhere to go. Like, literally nowhere to go. The only thing... There was just one road. There was a big wall next to me and houses at the other side. And then one car probably every 10 minutes went along it. So I played poo roulette. Where literally I had to whip my shorts down, crouch down, have a poo on the road. On the road. And hope nobody turned up while I was doing it. And it was a huge poo. It was like a poo explosion. Right, that's half of you gone now. I'm not watching this anymore. I'm not listening about an explosive poo. So anyway, sorted myself out, carried on with the thing. And I'm sure on the video, I mention it as well. I say, oh, I really need a poo. I'll go inside. At that point, I'd probably already done it. But anyway. I think it is. There's an house here that looks freshly built. So I have to get down off here now. Although I hope I can get back over once I've done this. Because that is always a worry, I'm not going to lie. Oh, I've got no choice now, have I? Oh. I literally had no choice once I dropped that, did I? I don't know if you saw that, but I just fell off the windowsill like an absolute idiot. I bet that was not a pretty sight at all. Now, a lot of people, the next bit of disgustingness was me climbing over the wall. I had a lot of comments about this. And you know what? I tend not to include me climbing over stuff because I am quite, I don't know. So noisy in this office, it's ridiculous. I get quite embarrassed about it because I'm quite fat these days. I've put some right timber back on. In the summer, I'd lost loads of weight and I was quite proud of myself. And then with all these road trips everywhere, I seem to just be eating rubbish and I've banged the weight back on. So climbing over walls, I feel very self-conscious, especially when my balls are almost hanging out. And the amount of comments we got about Ballgate, about the danglies almost popping out was unreal. But what? But like I said, climbing through windows, I'm not the most graceful because of that, like breaking my back, damaging my back. I'm terrible. I have to go head first. I look like a right idiot. So yeah, not only was the climbing over the wall, there was also going through a window, and people found it quite funny. And it is funny. Like if I was watching it with someone else, it is funny. But me personally find it really, really embarrassing. But that doesn't mean you can't comment about it. I just might be red and going, oh, everyone's picking on me. What is going on here? This is just all a bit freaky. It's like Village of the Damned. There's not just one or two either. So once I got over the wall, we got into and it took me by surprise because I knew there was houses there, but I didn't know what the purpose was. Obviously, we found out later it was for a proposed golf course, which never happened. However, it just seemed like a zombie apocalypse. It was really weird, like really strange. It's like all these houses, because there was loads. There must have been, I don't know, 70 houses, 80 houses, and they were all just empty, and it just seemed really strange, like really, really strange. It's like going into parts of Rotherham on the day you go, on the day that Dole comes out. Because they're all down at the Dole office. Anyway, what is wrong with me today? Yeah, so really weird feeling. Felt like there was going to be like zombies like coming out, although that's like going into Doncaster on a Saturday when all spice heads are out going, but that's what it felt like. It really, really felt like that. So odd feeling. Right, just while I'm editing this, just thought I'd add an extra little bit in. So the golf course went bust, and the housing side of things went bust due to the financial crisis in 2007. £100 million was spent on that place and it went to waste. Absolutely horrendous. Anyway, let's get back to it. Right, so there's a lodge there, which is another lodge to get into this big hall. There's a car there and it says trespassers will be prosecuted. So, not that that bothers me, but it does make me think that there's a hole there and potentially that's security, but I'm not 100% sure. Yeah, look, the old gate's there, and even on the other side of the road, this looks like it was part of the estate as well. There's a big, what looks like a maybe walled garden or something over there. This, however, is an older building, and I don't know what it was originally, but I do know what it belonged to, and that is what we're going to go look for, which is over there somewhere. Once I'd sort of spent some time wandering around, I kept noticing really old features like gate posts that looked really old. That really weird old building that was in the middle of those houses that didn't really make sense. It didn't fit with the rest. So I knew something was up, and I knew this had been there'd been an old building there at some point. And then I thought, you know what, I'm going to look on the map. And that's when it clicked. Right, we're down to the digger, and I expected it to be like a smashed up, unused or unusable digger that's been here for ages. But if you look at the floor, it's all ridged. This has been put here in the last couple of days. It's literally open, although I don't know how you're supposed to get in this without falling off. God. Oh, that's awkward, isn't it? Yeah, look. This is brand new. I'm not going to lie, I am so tempted to start this up. I just don't think it's a very good idea because it's very quiet around here. And I'm sure whoever owns this will soon find out what I'm doing. So I'm just going to sit and chill out and watch this Sunday's video. I'm going to put the volume back on, have a chill and have a chat with you guys. Oh, so tempting. Look. Thing is, I'm going to get heard. I also don't want to... Oh God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. Now, a lot of you really wanted me to drive that digger. I couldn't because it needed a code on it anyway. I didn't even try it. It could have been just like 1, 2, 3, 4. I could have been away in it, but I wouldn't anyway because that's like serious trouble. That's even if I drove it a little bit, it's technically theft or joyriding or whatever, twok, taking without owner's consent. So yeah, I didn't want to get in big trouble. I just wanted to have a play about with it, but it did scare me and I ran away. And when that man came as well, I was petrified. I was laughing my head off, to be fair, because I knew he probably couldn't catch me because of like the terrain and stuff like that. And unless he'd blocked my car in, I was pretty much fine. But yeah, it was a little bit worrying, but it was fun. And I do like a good bit of fun, especially to chill out and watch Sunday's video sat in a digger was quite cool, to be honest. I hadn't had any downtime other than sleeping, so it was quite nice to just chill out and chat with you guys on the Sunday morning video. So yeah, it was pretty good. But this place is unbelievable. I hope I can get in here. This is crazy good. Look at this. This is unbelievable. I thought that was good over there. And then to come round the corner to this is madness. Imagine living here. Imagine leaving it. I need to get in here. I definitely need to get in here. If I don't, I am definitely going to be gutted. So then, when I got to the big hall, I was amazed, by that place. I thought that place was one of the most impressive looking buildings I've ever seen. Because it got that Gothic edge to it. It just looked so special. Not like something I've seen in the UK or in England really before. It's quite I don't know, almost French sort of look to it. I don't know, but I really liked it, but I was devastated I couldn't get in. I played it off as, oh yeah, at least we got to see the building, but I was really gutted, like properly gutted, which you're gonna be. But I have been sent. I don't know if I can still find them because I don't know who sent them me, but if I can find them, I've got some photos of what it looked like inside a few years ago, and it's amazing. And I really wish I'd been able to get in. It would have been such a treat. We'll go and have a look round. Look at it in here though. How wonderful is this place? I would love it here with proper... You could turn this into your house. Have your horses here. They could come out onto this centre section. Oh, it'd be so good. What an amazing place this could be. You could have a few families live here. You could have your whole family that lived here. So good. Oh, and it's grand. A lot of people won't even appreciate this, but I love this because of the connection to the horses. Look at it in here. So you've got where your tack and maybe your saddles would go up there. Then you've got these amazing arched stables. Now they're not, they're stalls, I think. I think you would class them as a stall. Or is it a hobble? I'm not sure of that. I'm not very good at the terminology. But you've got, don't get me wrong, it's not very good for water now. But you'd have your water in that side, your hay in that side, maybe your straw down here if you had straw. And then, I don't know what this bit is. Leah tells me all the different terms for these things and I always forget. I can't remember. I need her here now with me to tell me what it is. But it's possibly where you went and took your horse to get them ready before they went out. But it's so good. I do like this. I'm going to have to take a photograph of this for them as well because it's so good. Now on into the stable block, that was good as well, you know. Like, apart from, like we mentioned before, climbing through windows head first, I've got a love for horses anyway. I've got a love for animals in general, but I like when you used to watch period dramas back in the 90s and 2000s, and like you'd have them in the coach house, and they're always from Newcastle for some reason. Like the the posh people had a posh English accent, and then the scruffy ones were always sounded like they were from the northeast. And I used to love it, and I never wanted to be the posh one. I always wanted to be the northeast, like scallywag with his little cap on and stuff like that. But they always used to be in things like this, like with the horses, leading the horses out, having a chat and stuff like that. And it's just, I love it. I love that sort of thing. And I would love to just have a day back in that period and see what it was really like. So it inspired me, like I could visualise what it was like in there, I really could. And then thinking about the hunting dogs and stuff as well. It was just such a good location. Apart from not being able to get in the hall, I actually really enjoyed that day. Look at the state of those. It's like I'm dead. Look at my toes. All wrinkly and horrible. The other one's just as bad. Ugh. It's horrible. It's like a dead person's foot. Now there was another bit which you may not have seen yet. It is going to be in the catch-up video. This is the catch-up video, Matt. What is wrong with you? The behind-the-scenes video. Now, the trainers I'd got on, everybody goes to me, oh, you need to not have Nike Max on. Don't have those Nike Max on. Get some new ones. If you're not going to get walking boots, get some different ones. So, I'd got some Adidas. Yes, it's Adidas, not Adidas. Adidas trainers that I actually went down the catacombs in. They're half a size too small for me. They're a size 10, not a 10 and a half, because I'm like 10 and a half, 11. So they're a bit uncomfortable, but I thought at least they'll keep my feet dry. They're quite good trainers. But my feet were so wrinkled and disgusting after wearing them. I kept putting drying my feet, putting dry shoes on, and then putting those back on again to go exploring in. And they were awful. My feet were awful. I don't know whether it kept the water in. Now it soaked in and then kept the water in, but my feet just looked disgusting. They really looked awful. Anyway, I really enjoyed that explore. It was a bit different. I think a few of you sort of really enjoyed it. Some of you were a bit like, you didn't get in the building, so it didn't really count. But I thought it was good. I thought it gave 3 different elements to an explore. New houses, sort of like zombie apocalypse, big house but couldn't get in, and then the like courtyard bit with the horses and the stables. It was so good. Anyway, hope you enjoyed, and I'm going to try and get out as many of these videos as I can, looking back at the classics as well. Some of the old videos from years and years ago that we've never done this with. Comment down below which video you would like to see me do, and I'll try and do it in December.